Cool, cool, cool. Let's wait a little bit longer. Okay. All right. Cool. So, we have Marco. Marco, are you with us here?
Yes, I'm in. Hi, hello.
Hey, Marco. Cool. So, I think we can start. I don't want to keep you that long. I know you had a very busy day and you guys are exhausted due to an event. So I'll try to keep, things as simple as possible. We're gonna give away, I believe, 20,000 hair to the people that want to join. They have good questions. They can actually use the hair to unlock an investment in Starzz. So, guys, I have Marco with me, but before presenting Marco, like always, I will give you my honest opinion, and I'm gonna tell you this. Um, we had a lot of good projects in the past. Some of you said from one particular project that there is a chance for it to be accepted by Binance Labs. We aim to provide what's best for you and for us as a brand, as a seed launchpad, and this is our main target. Now, when I've seen this project, I'm gonna tell you something. We as a team, we are European, and we have a saying in Europe: "What is built in Germany lasts forever." And it is a great pleasure and honor to see a project from Germany coming to our platform. I have researched this project in detail. I have checked all of the core team members. They are highly experienced. I have checked the advisors attached to the project. These advisors are very well known, and I would say they have the top 100 advisors in the whole industry. People that actually have launched different Web3 products, they have been engaged in the industry, and their experience will take this project what it's meant to be, meaning the top. Now, the idea behind the project is, I would say, unique. I have seen some similar project, but not like this. They bring in a special, novel concept, which is known as decentralized autonomous. It has a different mixes from the clubs, athletes, celebrities, content creators. I think this is the perfect, I would say, project that will strive in Web3, that will annihilate everything. Now, they have the funding, they have the team, they have the advisors, they have the unique idea. And personally, I will also invest in this project. And I'm not sure I can do it in this AMA, but we will do a second AMA and I will show you my investment because I believe Starzz has a chance to become one of the biggest projects we ever see. And us from Heritage Seed and Heritage Network, we are happy and honored to have these guys with us. Yeah, sorry, Marco, for the intro. I had to say this first. I'm really, I'm a big fan. At first, my colleagues were saying, oh, this is interesting. But as soon as I have read everything and the professionalism you guys have showed us on the onboarding system, I was like, oh my God, this is big. Also, my colleague Anna, who has been in the crypto space for quite some time, she was like, this is going to boom. And we will invest ourselves in you and in your concept. So, Marco, tell us a little bit about you. You are the founder and the CEO, if I'm not mistaken. Tell us a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about Starzz. what services they have, just to touch base and to get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. It's really interesting after you guys reached out to us at Starzz about the opportunity, and in this stage, it was like a perfect match. And as we had the first discussion, it was really also this personal relationship we built up makes me really confident. So thanks again. My name is Marco. I'm 43 years old and the founder and CEO of Starzz. I have experience in sports and entertainment, as I already set up my first company 15 years ago already, which I sold successfully after 6-7 years, something around that. And afterwards, I was just working as a freelancer for several projects, and then I joined the crypto space and blockchain industry 4.5 years ago, and really deep dived into it, educated myself. And I don't have this technology background. I worked before I had my first company more in sales and personal recruitment. So it was a bit hard to understand everything in detail, which was really technical. So it took some time, and afterwards I decided maybe to put everything which I learned down into a book. So I wrote my first book. I started 2.5 years ago. I tried to write everything down for persons who are or had the same background like me. So with no experience in blockchain before, with no experience in technology. Last year in summer, it came out on Amazon. So it's available at Amazon right now. It's called The Blockchain Millionaire. Unfortunately, it's a German written book. So if there are some German users here, you can find it on Amazon. If you like to have some education. And this is my background, and the idea to Starzz came up last year in spring, and after a long time of researching and everything, I started to write everything down in the white paper. But maybe the best thing to tell you all is how the idea came up. So for example, it's now 1.5 years ago. I went to a concert from the celebrities. It's a musician from my little daughter. And when I wanted to buy some tickets, this concert was completely sold out. So what did I do? I bought some overpriced tickets on Viagogo. I think most of you already know that if you want to go somewhere and you have no access to any tickets. The funny thing was, afterwards, when we entered at the concert and we wanted to get in, it turned out that these tickets were not real, so they were fake tickets. I got the money back from Viagogo, but at the end, I needed to buy new tickets in front of the stadium because my daughter was nearly to cry. And I paid a huge amount. It was triple the price, which was the normal entry price. And we tried to be in the front line, but as we needed to search some new tickets, we were nearly at the end. So it was hard for my daughter to see something. And normally she wanted to take a photo or something, but there was no opportunity. So it was a sad day for me and my daughter, to be honest. And this was a moment where I thought, okay, I'm not the only person in the world to whom something like this is happening. So I started about the ideas which might be there to help people not to face similar problems and using the Web3 and blockchain technology. So that's why I started to build up Starzz. And Starzz is, let me say, something where I tried to combine my knowledge and my network I have from sports and entertainment, and the experience I got from this moment with my daughter. What makes me extremely passionate about this project is, on one hand, the love to blockchain and crypto, and on the other hand, the world of sports and entertainment. As well, after setting up the whole team, we already heard about it. I really have a strong team behind us. So, for example, Christelle Galano is our head of marketing. She was in several projects already and made them all successful. She's really making incredible things in speaking with the community, building up the community. Our CTO has experience in 2 different projects already, and one was a DAO project. And then we have our head of sales, who is in charge of onboarding several influencers, sports clubs, celebrities. He is a former president of a football club from Austria, Klagenfurt. He was the vice president there, and had as well an agency in sports where he invested in football. So he's as well very good connected. And I'm really happy to have them all here. And we have as well, like Fyodor Davides, he's our head of partnerships. He has a German-speaking podcast called Crypto Dudes. So he has as well a high experience in blockchain and crypto. And yeah, our advisors, we already heard it, they are really well known and were in several successful projects already, and made them really successful. And they helped me a lot, or us really a lot, by building up the community, giving excellent advices how to enter the market, helping us fundraising, for example. And all this together makes me very confident for the future with this team and advisory board behind. Regarding the product we have for our fans is we want to be different from the current companies we have in blockchain and crypto, who are getting a bit in the direction of fan engagement. What we want to do is just to build up like something we call a one-stop platform, so that fans really will not miss out anything if they are using our website. So what can they do there? For example, we will have their NFT tickets, so that nobody will face the same problem I did. We will definitely ban the black market, or secondary market, better to say, with overpriced tickets. We will have as well another solution called NFT seasonal ticket renting, where it will be possible for sports clubs to sell seasonal tickets for people who maybe cannot join every game, but to give them the opportunity to rent their ticket on the blockchain by a wallet and to wallet transfer, so that they can make some money for the games they can't attend to. What we also do is that we want to create special moments between the fans and the let me say sports clubs and celebrities. So what we do is given a streaming option to share special moments. Like if I go back to the musician, they will share like moments 10 minutes before they went out through the concert, so that you can see what is happening behind the scene, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes before they go out to the stage. So moments you normally don't see in the stadium and you don't see at home. Or from a football club, maybe a good example is that we can share moments after a training session in the cabin, so that you can see how is the mood of your team, how is the spirit, how do they interact with each other. Special moments like this. What we have as well is a social media stream. So we will combine every information in the internet on our platform, so that you don't have to check out everything about your star on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or wherever, so that you can just join our platform and you find all the information combined. That will save time for you, and maybe if it's successful, also for the celebrity or sports club, because they only have to use maybe one channel in the future.
This Yeah,
Mhm.
it is actually, certain particular things from your project. These are unique stuff. I have not seen, let's say, in Web3, all of these combined, like streaming. And I always told our community, streaming is the future of Web3. And I think you guys just are in the perfect time and place to do that. So, and connecting this, the sports with Web3 and streaming, well, are gonna, you're gonna knock it out of the park. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think this is also a main point for a lot of people are not able to attend at a concert. Let's say in Asia, for example, because on one hand maybe the artist is not coming over there, or maybe they don't have the money to buy a ticket. But by streaming, and maybe in the future this is something we are looking for as well, by giving access to the metaverse, because we are already signed a partnership with Lootmogul. Lootmogul is, after Sony, the second biggest company in the metaverse regarding sports and entertainment. So we can offer the opportunity as well to see your star directly in the metaverse, and yeah, getting closer to them there.
Of course, and the technology is being backed. We've seen Google issuing some new VR glasses. We're talking about Apple's new glasses, and few people know this, but I have closely watched the Conor McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather boxing match, and they did, both of them, they did quite some good profits over there. But the third in line to make profits was the streaming service. You cannot imagine. We're talking about millions, tens of millions of dollars. So I think your product, as well as the let's say the experience your team has in sports, you're bringing this to the industry, as well as technical experience from the rest of the team. I think you can produce something which no other Web3 project has done so far, in my opinion. Now, Marco, I have to
Absolutely.
I have to ask you a little bit about the funding, because people. This is sometimes good ideas. Is you can have a good idea, but you don't have the funding to create the good idea. You have the experience, you have the team, you have the idea, unique idea. Now, a lot of in the past year, since this bear market, and we have seen a lot of projects going, bust because they didn't have sufficient funding. In terms of funding, how are you guys are with that particular aspect?
The funding side is perfect, to be honest, but we were a bit lucky, I need to say, because we have one really big lead investor who invested into company shares directly with a funding of 4 million euros. So the main part is coming from there, and then we had as well some token sales. We have a lead investor there with I will say a high amount of tokens, but for sure it's not coming up to 1 million or something. And we just finalized as well our private sale. It was okay. It was not really great, but it was not so bad. So we're quite fine with it. So the current funding situation is that we are currently before touching the 5 million already, and I hope after the launch of the token we will gain another 1 or 2 million, and then it will be great. We already have the funds in. We need to establish the whole ecosystem. So every money more we have, we can use for getting access to new customers, getting access to new champions, to new sports clubs or whatever. So everything will help to bring this project much more faster to the goal we have.
Yeah, this is a good thing, because people sometimes can be a little bit haters, but sometimes they are right. Without the proper funding, you cannot expose or build your idea. Now, I'm pretty sure this question will be asked by some members here. I'm trying to predict what they will ask. A lot of FUD has been, delivered to the metaverse industry, not to the metaverse project, but to the metaverse industry. How do you see this in the future? Because, the opinions are mixed sometimes, and people have different ideas. Even I have different ideas when talking with my colleagues, for example. How do you see the future of the metaverse industry?
Yeah, I think it will change due to the current situation. We need to be honest. When everything started, it was getting in a direct. It was like a pump. It was really overpriced as well. Most of the metaverse companies were really overpriced, and we had it last year with a high drop in most of these for most of these companies. But I think, from my perspective, it was a healthy drop because now we see the real current status of these projects. And when I see what Lootmogul, our partner, is building in the metaverse, so for example, they already built like something between 20 or 30 original stadiums for the metaverse. And yesterday, Apple had the new glasses for the metaverse. They cost like 3,500 euros. It's quite high, but it's comparison to last year. The price is still a little bit lower. So what I expect is when the prices for these items will go down, and the younger people who are more adapted to the metaverse than older people, I think there will be definitely an increase in the usage and as well in the adoption of the metaverse. So I think in the future it will definitely grow. The only question from my side is how fast it will grow.
I believe so too. You know, sometimes we need to have these bear markets. We need to have this downfall. So, you know, time and experience will filter the bad apples from the good apples. So, you know, sometimes it's good to have a bear market. Now, I have seen a couple of partners here on your website, Marco. And I'm gonna ask you, you already have signed contracts with any exchanges? Because I could see some exchanges here as well.
Yeah, we did. Maybe one point to the website. We're currently working on an update of the website. We tried to finish it until today. Unfortunately, we were not able to. So I think the launch of the new website will be on Friday. So there will be added some new partners as well. I told you about the fresh signed contract with Lootmogul. You cannot find Lootmogul right now on the partner's website, and there will be a big announcement as well in Cointelegraph, for example, and all the big crypto magazines and websites. We have a listing. You see there currently Bitmart, and we signed a contract with Bitmart, but we haven't agreed yet on a listing date. But we have a second one in line with CoinStore. And the CoinStore listing is already safe for the 1st of October. But we are currently thinking about maybe leaving out the main and public sale and start the listing already on 1st of October or 1st of August or 1st of September maybe. So you will find CoinStore as well on the website.
This is pretty soon, right? I mean, we're talking about,
Yeah.
You're talking about a really fast, you know, we are lucky because, you know, some of our community members don't have the patience to invest long term. So we're super happy to do this. So yeah, I've seen big names in the advisory board. By the way, for those of you who are coming in, just to let you know, the advisors, I have checked them personally. 3 of them, I know them. They're really big. They're really big. I mean, go ahead and check their LinkedIn. And what I advise you to check Marco and his team. Go ahead and check the LinkedIn and see their career path and see what these people have done up until now, because experience brings value to a project, right? Now, again, there are big names here, and this means that you have provided confidence to your partners. You have been stamped with a confirmation, with a validation from these partners. But this is another question which I would like to point out. You know, we as Europeans, we think differently. We're, you know, sometimes not that emotional, sometimes too emotional. This is just a personal question which I have for you, Marco. How do you feel about breaching the US and Canadian market, as well as the Latin American market, because they have a different way of thinking. They're a little bit different than us. I've seen some of your advisors are from the US as well. Do you have what it takes to reach those markets in terms of sports as well as Web3?
Yeah, we have exactly one of our advisors is native from the United States, but he's living currently in Switzerland. Regarding the markets, with our services we want to touch the whole world, but we agreed that we will leave out, for example, the United States and Canada. But this is just due to the current situation with the SEC, and if we maybe also onboard a champion from there that might be or facing some problems as well as Chile's who is working in this field of sports entertainment, they already declared this token as a security. That's why we leave away from there. We don't want to have any problems regarding some regulations or something. So this is why we will focus on the mostly on the European and Asian market, because as well in Asia we see a high potential. So for example, if we go to India, India has a very high population. We have Bollywood there. They are really crazy about cricket and sports, and they have a higher adoption in crypto than, for example, also than Germany. So this is something what we want to build up, and where we want to gain some spirit.
Marco, this is, man, I gotta tell you, this is the perfect answer. Let me give you a short story. Here on our AMAs is just not just presentation, but for our community to get to know you, and it's like in a safe, friendly environment. I'm gonna tell you a story. Back in the day when I was younger, I applied for a position working for Decathlon. Decathlon, the French sports merchandiser. And, I had an interview with the CEO from Romanian Decathlon. And, I was really keen to get this job. It was a nice job. I just finished my master's degree. And the guy actually, tell me something. He actually asked me, tell me something bad about Decathlon. And, I told him something bad is the strategy they have made to breach the US and Canadian market. Because the European market is one thing and the US market is another thing. And I also lived in the US for quite a while, and they're totally different. And guess what? The guy got upset and he didn't hire me. So it is what you actually provide us as an answer is the perfect answer. You want to breach it, but you need to be very careful. How do you breach it? Because the sport culture is there. It is totally different from Europe. I like the fact that you guys are willing to breach India, which is the highest speaking English country in the world. Few people know this actually. And their crypto adoption is huge. Together with the critic fanatics, which I personally know some, you will explode. You can go in the stratosphere. Now, I will take some questions from the audience. If someone has Marco, by the way, sorry, do you have anything else to say before taking the questions in?
No, I think the most important things we already covered regarding the team, our product, the roadmap that we already signed a listing contract for 1st of October. I think these are the most important things, I think, for the audience. But yeah, so they can feel free for questions. If we have more time, I'm also willing to answer one or two more questions.
Yeah. Also, it's important to know that usually projects, it's very hard for the projects to get listing agreements before, being in the stage of funding. So, they do certain audits, and these exchanges that Marco is telling, I know them for a fact, they're really good when it comes to auditing and checking the projects. Now, whoever has a live question, I will go ahead and, your microphone is unlocked, so you can go ahead and ask the question. Also in the Telegram chat. By the way, Marco, it seems that someone is asking you a question in German.
Okay.
You have to translate this for us. My German is not that good. I'm still a beginner.
Yeah, where can I see them?
I'm gonna put an emoji. Yes, in the English chat. I will try to copy paste it right now. If
I
you can
think,
see,
yeah,
you got it?
I got it. It's regarding the book. How is it exactly called? A link is requested. I will put the link after the AMA directly into the official chat. So then it's possible to have directly the access
Mm-hmm.
on Amazon. And another question there was if it's written hard or easily. To be honest, it's really, as I said, I'm not technical for sure. There are some words you need to use in crypto and blockchain, but everything else I really tried to spell it in my own words without making it so technical.
Okay. Guys, anyone for a live question? You have priority here. So whoever goes in the live question, they will most probably get the reward. Text questions, I'm not a big of a fan, but I like the German one. So it seems that we have some German community members too. Did not know that until now. Okay. Let me, I'm gonna try to take some questions here. Yeah. Maxon, you want to say something? Okay. By the way, Marco, on which chain will this project be?
We are building on Ethereum, but to be honest, it was the decision came up because it's the oldest and the most reliable and secure chain. That's why we took it. But we already see that the gas prices, and you all know that as well, the gas prices are increasing and increasing. And for being on our platform and exchanging some tokens and everything, which might cost more than we had expected. So we are currently working on a shift to Polygon, but this will take some time. But in the future, I think we will leave Ethereum and go to Polygon. But currently we are using Ethereum.
I think Ethereum is the best bet right now. After this BNB SEC stuff, I think Ethereum is the right way to do for a startup project like yours. That's a good thing. Okay.
Hello.
So, hey.
Hello, I have a question.
Shoot, Faraz, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Well, I wrote it in the chat, but I think maybe you missed it or whatever. It doesn't matter. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, my question was, how did you raise the 4 millions? Is it any like VC attached to it, or is it just like investors, or from where are they coming from? Is there any like big names, or I don't know, like let's say Binance Labs behind it, or?
Yeah. Good question. No, it's from a direct contract from our head of sales. As I told you guys, he was working in sports and in the sports industry with an investment company, and he made this personal relation. It's just a net worth individual, and no VC behind. It's just behind the highest token allocation. We have Trade Pro Labs as a VC backer. These are I will say, the both leading investors right now.
Okay. Thank you very much then.
Yeah.
Welcome.
For the people that are spamming the channel with stupid questions, I will not read them. So if you have something clear to ask the project, I will actually ask it. If you have pardon my French, a bullshit question, I will not read it. An interesting question here. Have you contracted any so-called stars? Can you share any name or are they confidential until public launch? Can you share if you received positive answers from these stars? This is a good question.
Yeah, unfortunately, we cannot announce any of them right now. But I can let you know that our aim is to launch on the 1st of October with several stars. So, for example, we are planning to have 6 football clubs, 6 other sports clubs, and 6 individuals, like musicians, artists, or whatever. And from whom 2 at minimum should be women. And currently, we need to sign definitely 12 more. We are in several talks already. So I'm really confident that we will start with this 18. Maybe if we have luck, we have more, because we are currently speaking to a big agency with a lot of several celebrities, and maybe we can at least onboard a lot of them already in one signing with one agency. That looks quite good. We have as well a strong sales team behind that. Maybe to let you know, you can find them in LinkedIn. When you visit our LinkedIn, you can see all people related to Starzz. So we have someone who is really good connected in the world of sports, especially in boxing. We have people in India as well who are covering that market for us. So I'm really confident that we announce these 18 at least for the launch of the platform, and hopefully a bit more. Yeah, and they expect the announcements of the signings 2 weeks or 1 week before the launch, and we will not give out all the names at one time. We will announce them step by step, because you can understand, if we announce them all before we are listed, the token maybe gets high, and then that's it. And if we announce them time by time, we will maybe have an increase in the price after every announcement.
Okay. Another question which actually we didn't touched on, Marco, and Crypto Toro, good questions here, man. What are the most important utilities of the token? We have not discussed this yet. So if we are going to buy the token, how are we going to use it in the Starzz ecosystem?
Yeah. On one hand, what we implement as well is that what Chili's and Socios are doing. So you will have a voting right on several decisions regarding your star or sports club. So let me take again the musician. If there will be a best of album, she can ask the fans which songs should be on this album, and the fans can decide. And the ones with the most upvotes, they will be on this best of album. Or for a shirt of the football club, maybe if they have like 5 different shirts, they can ask the community which shirt should be the one for the next season, so that they are sure that this shirt will be bought more. And the fans can decide a little bit about several things happening in the club. For sure, they cannot decide about things like player transfers and other things, but I will come to that point as well, because it just came up to my mind. The most important point, you already mentioned it, is the DAC we have. For example, what we are going to create as well is a so-called decentralized autonomous club. We want, or what we're going to do is to buy with the money we raised a sports club. It can be a football club, but it must not be. And integrate a decentralized autonomous organization structure into it. So Fabian, our CTO, has experience with that. So then we will give out tokens for this sports club, and anybody, it's like a share in a company. Anybody who has tokens of this club will have the opportunity for every decision happening in the club. It goes up from player transfers, assigning the trainers, should the club be more related to young players or to older experienced players? So everything in the club will be decided by the fans, and the managers just are doing that what has been decided from the fan base. But back to the utilities as well. you can get access also without any token to our platform. For example, the streaming or the metaverse, we will charge, let's say, $5 for entering, but if you are a token owner, you will get it cheaper. So the utility is to get price reduction as well on our services. You have the opportunity, as I said, to vote on different polls and surveys for your favorite star, I will say. And for sure, the utility for the celebrity is to get some funding, or a sport club. Often they are looking for fundings, and they try to go to banks, but they are getting denied, or they pay high interest rates, and then they're getting in trouble. So what we are trying to open as well are new revenue streams for our celebrities.
Actually, that was a question. Yeah.
I have a question. Giving high fees on Ethereum, do you consider for adoption or of other blockchains in the future?
We do. We are currently speaking to Polygon already, but we will for sure build on Ethereum right now. But we have the idea to shift in the future.
Yeah. I've seen this question with DAC asked about. Timmy asked about it. Timmy, I put an emoji there. Good question, but Marco already responded. But that was also a good thing. Anyone live? Well, I have selected. Give me a second. Very fast. So the German question, I'll give you that. I have 5 people to a word. Timmy the second, Andy third, Faris fourth, and whoever goes live and asks a question, automatically they will receive the 4,000 hair award. So who wants to take the money? I'm not gonna read any text, live only.
I
Anyone?
have a for you.
Hey Dan, how are you?
Hey Alex, I'm fine, thank you. I'm just curious, do you have a German community?
We have a German community as well. We want to establish in our Discord group several groups below with different countries where people can as well interact in their native language. But this is currently not established. But we have members from Germany and a high focus on Asia as well, as I said.
Okay,
thank you.
Anything else, Dan? That was it. I thought you were gonna ask something more important, but I will give you that. Do you speak German, Dan, or what?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, selbstverständlich.
okay. Oh, okay. So it seems, Marco, we have activated our German community without us knowing. So that is a little bit. It was unexpected, so we didn't know.
Guys,
yeah. Okay.
hello, good day.
Hey, how are you?
Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah. Shoot your question. We are on the last stretch. Sorry.
My question is that, are you guys having marketing plan this month?
We have budget for what?
Are you guys having marketing plan?
What
budget plan?
My question is that, are you guys having marketing plan for now?
Marketing plan.
Yeah. Sure, we have. Currently, what is currently ongoing is our bounty program, where we have, for example, people translating our documents, like the one-pager and white paper in several languages, and as well other different tasks to fulfill to get some awards. And what will happen afterwards will be a big Binance AMA we will do, and at least we will do some marketing as well on the Web3, like with Twitter, Telegram, where we push really far before we have the listing.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, Marco, I think that's it with the questions. People can go in your Telegram channel.
I have one question, if you...
Yeah,
okay.
Rizvan. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I have a little question.
Shoot.
Was the market cap of the project when was
What listing?
when the white paper was launched? Because now the market cap is very small from
So
6 months ago when the white paper was launched. Is a big difference when
okay.
the project was launched and now. And I'm so curious, what is with this big difference?
Yeah.
Okay.
The biggest difference will come from a burning. As I said, we have this 4 million funding for company shares and not for the tokens. So we already closed the seed round and the private sale, and I told you guys as well it was okay, but it was not so crazy that we raised the millions in the private sale. So we will burn all unsold tokens from the ICO afterwards. So this will reduce will be the reduction of the market cap initially.
Thank
Okay. Cool. I think that's it, Marco. We're no longer going to take any questions. Guys, go ahead and check the Telegram. Go ahead and check the website, the white paper, the LinkedIn. This is going to be huge. It is a very interesting project. I will also invest. We will have a second AMA, I think next week, if I'm not mistaken. And I will put my investment there for those of you who don't believe me. But Marco, good deal, sir. Good project, good approach. Now, I think that should be it. If you have any other things to tell our community, you have the last word.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks again for the invitation and as well for the very interesting and, to be honest, good questions from the community. I've taken part in several AMAs already, and there were some questions that were, I will not say stupid, but they didn't help to get a get a good impression and idea about the project. But it was what was quite good and make me hopeful that you have a good or build up a good community in your IoT network. And yeah, just thanks to anybody who joined this AMA. It was a pleasure to me to introduce you to this project.
Perfect. Thank you once again, Marco. We will have maybe next week another AMA, but on a different community, our Romanian-speaking community. Thank you all. The winners will be Maxon. I have asked you for a BEP20 address in private. Andy, that has asked the question live. Faris, also you get BEP20. Please send me your BEP address. Dan, BEP20 address, please. And he also spoke German. And Rizvan, BEP20 address. I think we are 5. Hope I didn't spoke 6, but let's put 5 first going live. They shall receive, I will check the recording, but hopefully I'm right. Thank you once again, guys. Thank you, Marco. Good luck. And let's do it. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Take care. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.